This Honda EA6 is reporting a system malfunction and the vehicle won't power on. Now diagnosing it with equipment. HAP Intelligence Scan. Let's first read the fault codes. Check the report. It shows code P16E21A. High voltage relay closed. Insulation level 2 fault. The insulation fault was just reported by the BMS. Now we enter the BMS to read the data stream. Let's check. The first negative insulation resistance is 1000. Then the negative insulation, this is 82. This is 0. Insulation detection status. Insulation resistance low fault. Insulation positive resistance 2 is 0. Based on this fault, we now go to inspect the vehicle. First, turn off the ignition switch. Step 1. Disconnect the negative terminal and wait about 5-10 minutes. Now we start troubleshooting the insulation fault. To check the insulation fault, we start with the high voltage plugs. First check the PTC, then the compressor, then the ECP. We check them one by one. This is the main plug of the high voltage distribution box. We need to find out which component has insulation failure. Now we start with the first one, the PTC. We have been disconnected from power for about 10 minutes. Unplug them one by one. Next we use the THINKCAR device to perform insulation testing. We have connected the wires now. Negative, ground, and positive are all connected. Now we power on the device to test this fault. Now we start connecting the wires. Negative wire connect to the housing. We connect this green ground wire to the external ground connection point. Though it's not required, it's intended to protect the equipment. Then connect the positive wire directly into the high voltage plug. Now step 1. Calibrate the meter. The insulation tester has been calibrated. Before connecting the plug now, we first test if the connected negative terminal is normal. Connect the negative terminal to the ground point, then connect the positive terminal to a ground point as well. Press the test button to check if it is normal. 500V, no problem. We have connected the negative terminal properly. Next, we start testing the PTC connector. Check if its insulation is normal. Normally for this PTC, the typical output voltage is about 350V. So we set the test voltage to 500V. We directly set the reference resistance to 400 mOhms. We have finished the settings. The wires here are also connected. We directly press the start button to begin testing. We applied 563 volts. The resistance is 48.9 mO1. Now we test the second plug, the compressor voltage. We also set the reference value to 400 mO1 and the voltage to 500V. Start directly after connecting the wires. It just showed 0. We test again. Confirm that the wire is connected. Adjust the value again. Set to 400 mO1. Press the start button directly. Its insulation is 0 mO1. We can determine there is a problem on the compressor side. For safety, we test the IPS as well. Next, we test the third plug, the IPS plug. Similarly, we set the resistance to 400 mO1. Press start directly after connecting the wires. Now it shows 13.0 GOL. This means the IPS insulation is normal. Next, we check if the compressor is faulty. We remove the compressor and test it again. We have taken out the compressor. Now we directly test if there is internal insulation failure in the compressor. The wire has already been connected. Now use our device to test its insulation. First, we set up the insulation tester. Then we start the test directly. It still shows 0 mOl. This means the compressor is definitely faulty. We directly replace the compressor and see if the problem is solved. We now have a used compressor ready to install it. Before installation, we test if its insulation is okay. We have connected the wires using the same method. We have set the resistance as before. Start the insulation test. It shows 11.3 GO1. This means the compressor insulation is normal. The compressor is fully installed. Now plug in the PDU connector. After plugging in the PDU, install the battery negative terminal, then tighten the screws. Return to the vehicle and power on to check. Step on the brake, press the ignition switch, and check if the vehicle powers on. The power on indicator is on. This means the vehicle is powered on. Now we diagnose again with the device. We first read the fault codes. We now clear the fault codes. The insulation fault is gone.